Hot Shots looks at a movie. Shopgirl is one of those films that used to be called a labor of love because it stars Steve Martin. He wrote the screenplay based on his own novella, and he's one of the producers. Based on the theme, however, you would have to call it a labor of loneliness, and that's actually being kind to it, because this film of very little theme is not going to entertain everyone, seeing as how it is unsatisfying and too clinical in its observation of so-called life. No, it isn't life, it's just bad literature. The film starts with our watching Mirabelle Buttersfield, played by Claire Danes, who must have the most boring job ever, the salesgirl at the glove counter at Saks Fifth Avenue in Beverly Hills. And even after a day of no customers, much less sales, she goes home to her dingy little apartment, and her cat doesn't even pay attention to her. Even so, when she goes to bed at night, Mirabelle says, "Good night, Sylvia," even though we haven't even seen the cat yet. Then Mirabelle meets Jeremy, played by Jason Schwartzman, at the laundromat. Jeremy is so lacking in social skills that he asks Mirabelle for change and her phone number. Now think of the worst 2 first dates you can imagine, and you won't even come close. Then one day Ray Porter shows up at Mirabelle's glove counter. He's played by Steve Martin, and he's everything that Jeremy is not, including twice Mirabelle's age. Ray is extremely wealthy and has 2 homes in Los Angeles and Seattle where he's a computer consultant. Then while Ray and Mirabelle begin dating, Jeremy conveniently leaves the story by going on a road trip with a band where he attends to the amplifiers. So we have 3 very lonely people who are not suited for any sort of a relationship, but this being the reality of movie world, when do you start guessing which one Mirabelle is going to end up with? A good movie causes you to invest emotions. A great movie causes you to lose control of your emotions. A bad movie causes you to start noticing details such as camera movements. Shopgirl has 3 points of view you can identify with, and unfortunately one of them is just self-indulgent and cold-hearted. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.